Is Energy Fuels Inc. a good stock for investing? Let's analyze it together. But before that, video disclaimer right here in the video description below. And also join us, TNST, the most popular stocks of Wall Street and Europe. What we're watching right now here, guys, is like the incredible trend of 2025 with a huge volume trading activity right here. So it all started back in April 2025 when the stock right now accumulated the new highs established back in 2025. It was more than 700%. But since that, sadly, it went down dramatically, and we're talking about minus 53% currently, and right now it's a little bit rebounding, so it's minus 47 currently at this stage. But the key question here is like, will this downtrend continue, or is it a good time to buy the stock in order to get a new uptrend? So we're gonna analyze key factors right here about the stock, so you understand the situation. Very interestingly, guys, we're talking about 5 positive factors and 5 negative factors. So the positive factors, we start with the best, obviously. They are expanding into uranium. For those who don't know the company, Energy Fuels is a mining development company which engages in the exploration and evaluation of uranium and vanadium properties. So it also operates the Nichols Ranch, Alta Mesa, and White Mesa mill projects. The company was founded, back in 1987. So right now, all this hype with this classic energy, I would say, energies. We're talking about one of the things is like the uranium thing and the rare earths positioning itself as a key U.S. supplier. Another positive factor, huge 700 million financing raised, giving the company nearly 1 billion in liquidity for growth, which is very, very important. Later on, we're going to analyze the negative factors because there are several. But another positive factor, the institutional buying increasing, plus new partnerships strengthening their supply chain position. Then we have also strong macro tailwinds from rising uranium demands and U.S. critical minerals strategy due to probably this new government searching the classic energies that were present in the past decades. Also improved third quarter results with smaller losses and better margins on uranium sales. And now we go with the bad things. One of the bad things is still unprofitable. They are burning cash each quarter, and this is important for me, at least. At the end of the day, is the company making profits? No. For me, it's a no-go. It's like when I see a stock that is making losses, I prefer not to invest in that stock. There are, probably times when you can invest in stocks like this. But currently, I wouldn't say this is one of those. Even though the stock is rallying, it's important, it's relevant. But we're gonna see later the insider activity, and you're gonna notice that they are all selling shares, because they know it's unprofitable and they're burning cash. Another negative factor: high valuation with the stock running far ahead for fundamentals. With this huge rally that happened, obviously they were in negative territory, negative net income back in April 2025, and the situation didn't change a lot. If we actually see the net income, we can clearly see that they're making losses every time. Yeah, even though it's less losses than before, which is true, it's still losses nonetheless. And we're talking about here the net income, So obviously you compare this September 2025 with September 2024, and the losses are very similar in that sense. So we have to wait and see into the future what's going to happen. And we're going to see also the outlook from Wall Street analysts in order to see if it makes sense or not. And we're actually going to see it right now because I think it's very interesting. And what we can see here is like we have a 1 year target, price target, with 7 analysts covering the stock. So the average of them, interestingly, they think the stock should go up more than 54%. But then again, we go here and we see the EPS and look at the 4th quarter estimate. It's going to be horrible. But interestingly, guys, after that thing, in 2026, it's going to be a different story according to the analysts. They're expecting the stock is going to enter into profits by the end of 2026. We have to wait and see that because the reported earnings, there's like some sort of a high deviation between the reported and the estimate. So anything can happen. You may see here like an estimate of positive of 0.11, and the reality can be like losses still, but not by much. So we had to wait and see in order to see it happening. But at least I know, you can clearly see here that the estimate of the news of the upcoming quarter is gonna be really bad. But after that, a different story can be made, and obviously it could be a good opportunity if that happens, and this is interesting, because it's not all that bad. You're gonna see that the EPS is estimated to be really good in the first quarter of 2026. So mixed opinions right here. Interestingly, a bad quarter very, very soon, but a good quarter after that, and then middle quarters like no profits made during the next quarter. So it's actually very difficult to analyze, because this is not more like long-term investing, but just like I would say swing trading, swing trading, because right now it's just like sell the stock and then buy the stock, and right here sell the stock again. You have to follow the action right here, and the EPS is going to be negative. You don't buy the stock, you stay on the sidelines. Then it goes up, you buy the stock before that, and then you sell the stock at the top of these earnings, and then you wait for the next year, I would say 2027, to buy the stock again. So this is very interesting information. The other thing is like the analyst. We have the most optimistic one thinks the stock should go up more than 100%, more 17, which is interesting. And the strong buys is also interesting. At least they see the potential right here. But for me, I think it's still too soon, to buy the stock. We are in negative territory, and we need to see better numbers than this. But well, let's finish with the other two negative factors. We're talking about commodity price risk, especially uranium and rare earth volatility. That's true. And also execution risk on new projects. Many still not be fully operational. So that's the current situation. So they are managing things properly, I would say. They experience like huge losses, not huge, obviously, you compare it with other stocks, but at least this December 2024 negative net income is kind of relevant because it's worse than the previous ones back in 2023 and 2024 at the beginning of the year. But if they recover from those losses and they enter into positive territory, that could be a different story, and this is very important. If they enter into profits, they could see the price action increase, but right now it's kind of overvaluated. This is the problem. Right now it's trading at $14, and right here in March 2023 they made profits, and still look at that, it was trading at $6. So I would say they need something stable in net incomes, like never to enter into losses again. That's the first step in order to see the stock rebounding. But right now, you have to follow the trend, and the trend is currently bearish. You can clearly see right here that it's going down dramatically, even though right now it's rebounding, but it's normal. Look at these rebounds right here. There are several right here and then rejected. So follow the trend, and the trend right now is gonna hit the $15 target, and then it could reverse, and if it reverses, maybe it's better to stay on the sidelines, because remember, guys, the upcoming quarter is gonna be really bad. So obviously you have to wait a little bit, and then after these earnings, the upcoming earnings, you can buy the stock according to the Wall Street analysts. This is my opinion, of course, but according to the Wall Street analysts, you can follow this trend, and when the next upcoming earnings is going to be positive, and it's expected to be that way, you can buy the stock because they are going to enter into profits. And also you need the hype as well, because the overvaluation that right here is completely astronomical, in comparison to previous price action. So obviously you need this insider information, and I actually am going to show you the insider information that we have, which is very relevant. And we have important information right here, because look at what happened with these people working at the company. We're talking about senior officers. We have this Mark Stephen, another senior officer right here, the CEO. They are all selling shares. That's not positive. The only thing that's what I mean. You look at this. Look at this. Is very interesting, because they are selling shares right now. In this last month, selling position at this stage during this downtrend. So at least they are not expecting the stock to rebound very soon, because they wouldn't be selling otherwise. This is relevant. They know the information before that. You know, they are insiders. They know all the information about the financial situation of the company, about the prospects. You know, they know more information that you do, that we do. So it's relevant that they are selling shares at this stage. Another point, you know, is like what they've been doing, you know, over the last years. You know, look at this upturn. They realize the overvaluation, so they're starting to sell shares at this point, and then they are doing it again here. So this is not positive because they are selling a lot of volume right here on this area. This could drop the price back to below this area. You know, when you see the you know, the relevant people from the within the company buying shares again, that's a different story. Normally they buy shares when they see the potential upside, potential, sorry. So at this stage they don't see that. They see overvaluation still. So we have to wait and see a better price in order to enter your positions. If they buy the stock at a specific price and they buy all of them buy shares, that's a very positive signal. I don't see this yet, you know. So mixed opinions, as you know. So my general overview is just to wait, you know, in order to see a new uptrend. Right now there is a current downtrend, and it could continue. And you are facing a huge risk because if you buy the stock, for instance, right now, and it continues to go down, you're facing a minus 50% at least. So this is very relevant, you know. They are not into profits. They are not in profits yet. You have to wait in order to see that happening. And the next quarter is going to be bad, you know. And that's another reason to wait. And then we'll see it. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below. As always, if you know more information than I do, it's relevant that you share that so we can see together in the next video. Bye-bye.